Hello everyone, it's been a while and I wanted to make a quick video to update everyone to let them know that Glenn has a final court hearing coming up on Friday, May 17th, and this is the conclusion to the Mikilteo cases where Gods can't be arrested and Glenn was arrested. And he had the 3 charges. And Glenn does talk about these cases. I'm going to play a little video and let Glenn explain his court cases to you. But I just would first update you and say that there were 3 cases filed. The case for the second arrest, where he had his hand in the pocket, and could have been a felony. The prosecutor never filed charges on that. Glenn was telling a story, a completely different story about what happened in court, but that case never went to court. And Glenn likes to say he beat all his charges, but what Glenn should say is he paid all his court fines and he served all the required agreements that he made. He made like 6 months deferred prosecution. He signed in Oregon. He signed that in Bellevue. He had in Seattle, in Everett, in all of his cases. He ended up with a deferred prosecution, and so in Glenn's eyes, that is him beating his cases. And but he also he has been posting on his channel occasionally. He posts like old videos. The video with the van in the city streets, that video has to be at least 2 or 3 years old. He hasn't owned that van for a while, but he has done a few live streams, and he's been very polite to the police, but he does go on and on and on about his reckless driving conviction and his sentence to jail. And in his community tab on his YouTube channel, he still posts about City of Everett and Officer Jacoby. Sorry, I stop shaking. But so it's kind of funny. He still talks about that. But as far as the 3 Mikilteo cases, he paid a ticket. One of the charges was dismissed because the prosecutor made an error she got a date wrong. And then the third charge, he signed the deferred prosecution agreement, which I'll show you in a minute. And so let's see if I can get this to okay, here is the agreement. And this is from one of Glenn's live streams that he did, and he talks about his cases.
You need to come down here now, or you're going to go to jail.
This is not that. Is not that. All right. Let's go. It is this one.
I'm in jail or something. I've been watching the. I beat all my cases. I beat all my cases. They're so mad. I'm the only one that beat all my cases. Rogue Nation got a felony in Georgia. Rogue Nation used to talk shit, but he got a felony in Georgia. He got convicted of a felony and a misdemeanor in Georgia. Accountability Angel, she just got convicted of 3 misdemeanors. Thanks, Sean. Oh, I appreciate it. It was a hell of a long battle, Sean. It was incredible battle. Everett Municipal Court, Everett District Court, Linwood Municipal, Seattle Municipal, Bellevue District Court, Portland Court. Oh my God, it was insane. I never had so many cases in my life. It was over 20 cases. Oh, they went hard. What's up, mini trucker? How's it going? No, you're right, Sean. They went hard. They were not backing down. Oh my God. You see, the trolls will tell you I didn't win my cases. But if you look at the dockets, all the charges say dismissed with prejudice. So, no matter what they say, hey, Washington Crime Network, what's up? Well, it's pointless to sue, right? Because, I mean, unless I take them to federal court like Delete Laws does. Federal court, because, you know, like, when you do, like, small claims court, you're still working with the same judges that do the prosecution for the criminal charges. So it's like the same judge.
Glenn did sue the three officers, Officer Moss, Ross, and Jacoby, over his ticket, and the case was dismissed. So he did try filing a lawsuit against the city of Everett Police, and the case was dismissed. One of the first videos that I filmed of Glenn was at the courthouse when he was talking with the meeting with the attorney about his lawsuit. One other thing that Glenn talks about in one of his live streams is all the money that he spent. But Glenn used a public defender for all of his cases, and he has a public defender now. So the only money that Glenn has spent has been on bus fare and on fines that he had to pay. He has not paid for an attorney. And the Michael Jones would even bring Glenn clean shirts to court. And so they were, Glenn tried to say on a video that he spent thousands and thousands of dollars beating his cases, which just is not true. So.
In that same county. That's why you have to go federal. Because the judges are biased. There's a stay away order for Everett. They actually signed a stay away order, so I can't go to Everett Police Station no more. It's an SOA, stay out of area. So if I go back there, they can actually prosecute me. So I can't go inside the police station, and I can't go 50 feet from the police station. But that's only the north. Oh no, I can go to any post office I want. I can go anywhere I want. I can't go to Mikilteo Police Station, and I can't go to Everett Police Station in North Everett. But I can go to the South Everett Police Station, just not the north end. But if it wasn't for one of my lawyers, Maxwell Mensinger, he took down the prosecutor in trial. He literally stunned her in trial.
There was no trial. There was no trial.
No, not everywhere. I can't go to Walmart in Everett. I can't go to the Everett Police Station in North Everett. And I can't go to the Mikilteo Police Station. Those are the three places I'm banned from. So
this document.
Everyone's turning around. Nobody moves.
This is the document from the case that was dismissed. I guess this is the one that the prosecutor really slammed Glenn, or anyway, it was a mistake. So that's mostly what I wanted to update you guys on. I just wanted to let you know that next Friday is Glenn's court date. I did talk to the clerk to confirm the date, and she said that all parties are supposed to be there. So Glenn is supposed to be in court, but that does not mean that he is going to show up, because he missed a lot of his court dates before. And so I will be there, but we'll see. I really don't expect Glenn will be there. But so I've been wanting to make this video, and I know that recently that people were making videos saying that Glenn was living in his van in Seattle, and Glenn has had 2 or 3 different vehicles, and he also rode the city bus for a long time. He hasn't owned that van. And as far as where Glenn is living, he always has lived in the North Seattle area. But I was very surprised, so surprised and so humored to wake up this morning and see this video that lets us all know where Glenn is. And I'm sure everybody else will be as surprised as I am. And people are going to say, how does Glenn afford this? My first comment would be Luna. I think Luna may have something to do with that, because I know I saw Luna commenting in Delete Laws. Oh, I don't want to give it away. But anyway, this is Glenn's latest video.
What's up, guys? We're here at the Clark County Detention Center, where Jose Chille DeCastro is, and we're gonna make a visitation to see Chille tonight. What's up, guys? Auditing USA here, and I'm making this video because I am currently here in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I've been working with Jose Maria Castro, which is Delete Laws. I am trying to help him with his appeals, his new attorney's selection, and any financial obligations he has. So I've been in Vegas for quite some time. I've been working in the background trying to help Chille. If you are all familiar with Chille, Delete Laws, he was wrongfully arrested in Las Vegas, Nevada by a corrupt cop who didn't like him filming a traffic stop, something I do on the regular in Washington State, even in Seattle, Washington. And he was arrested for 2 charges, and unfortunately he was convicted of both charges. He didn't have a jury trial. He wasn't entitled to a jury trial. He was only allowed to do a bench trial. And the judge already had her mind made up, because she thought he was rude to the jail staff or the court guards. But at this point, he's stuck in the Clark County Detention Center, and the only thing I can do at this moment is help with money on his books or his phone calls. I can contribute to his lawyers and his other things as well, but it's going to take a whole lot of money to beat this whole process. He's got 2 more court appearances coming up soon, so hopefully he can get released before he has to go to trial for those 2 similar cases. So if anybody wants to help support Delete Laws, they can do that. They can do that by, sending money, or they can, there's several ways to support Chille at this time. So Chille is going to be there for probably till July. I don't think he's going to have to serve the whole 6-month sentence, but we're trying our best to get Chille out. Nobody can believe that Delete Laws was arrested for filming the police, and the guy was, Delete Laws is more than 20 feet away. I mean, he didn't obstruct the cop. The Judge Ann Zimmerman claimed that he put the officer's life in danger. That's not the case. I mean, how is he putting the officer's life in danger? The officer's conducting a traffic stop. He decided to stop the traffic stop to go after Delete Laws. I mean, none of this makes any sense. The prosecutor, she kind of painted a pretty bad picture for Jose, making it sound like, this officer was in danger, and, obviously that's not the case. The officer has to have reasonable suspicion to believe that he's in danger. Like, you see a knife, you see a gun, you see some sort of weapon, yeah, then you can say, you might be up to something not so good, right? But if you're just standing there holding the camera and you're filming the police, it's going to be really hard to prove that you put the officer's life in danger, And the reason I'm out here helping is because I do support Chille. I believe Jose DeCastro. He has similarities to what's happened. I was convicted of reckless driving. It's something that is unbelievable. The officer said I was going 15 miles an hour in a 25-mile-an-hour zone. So basically, he said I was going 10 miles under the limits. There was no car accident. There was no property damage. There was no victim. But the officer, Brett Jacoby, which was originally from Mesa, Arizona, who had multiple complaints against him for use of force from Internal Affairs in Mesa, Arizona.
All right, well, Glenn goes on and on for another 34 minutes talking about his case in Snohomish County. So he's still bitter, even though he served his 4 days in court. So I think it's really funny that he's in Arizona